We know we're getting in our own way, but what does it mean? So what it means is that different parts of us are wanting different things. Different parts of us are going in different directions and sort of tearing us apart. So like parts of us want to build this big vision, but other parts of us just want to curl up in bed because they feel overwhelmed, or they just feel angry because they've had too much disappointment, or they feel shameful because they made some mistakes, or whatever. We have these parts, and they are attached to feelings, right? These parts have feelings, but these parts are real, and they sort of take us in a different direction. So we have this vision, and we're trying to put energy in the direction of our vision, but these other parts are taking some of that energy and putting it over here. So what's happening is this division, and that's why you're waking up and you're just feeling torn, or you're feeling tired. You just feel like you're not getting the momentum that you want. So that's what it means when you're getting in your own way. It's that parts of you are needing more support. They're needing more help. We need to get them on board. We can't just get mad at them and shove them aside, or ignore them, or minimize them, or tell them to be positive or anything like that. Those things don't work. We can't force them either. We need to actually negotiate and collaborate and talk to them and get them on board. So that's important. And another aspect of that is also really trusting what you want. I mean, really trusting what you want, to the point where you allow yourself to want what you want, even if other people don't like it. So what happens a lot of leaders are very much about service to others, and so they care too much about what other people need, and not enough about really trusting and what they need. And so but a lot of times, here's the thing: what we need ends up being what other people need. So when we really honor what we want and what we need and what's driving us, what excites us, what feels good for us, that usually expands out into what's best for others, what we're going to give that's going to be at a higher level, right? We're going to be able to give at a higher level because, here's the thing about humans that I know: when we really, really trust our inner guidance, we don't do horrible, greedy things. When we really, really trust our inner guidance, we actually do things that uplift others. We actually do things that support others because we're wired that way. That's the truth. At our nature, human beings are not selfish. That's our egoic self, our amygdala, right? That's the part of our brain that's focused on fear and scarcity. That's the part of us that can be greedy and selfish and all those other things, right? But when we actually support those parts of us and help them feel less afraid of scarcity, and let those parts know that there's going to be enough, help those parts feel good, then that's when we can really flow and we can really build that momentum toward our highest vision. And when we're doing that with that full trust in ourselves and that full sort of belief in our own inklings, in our own whispers, right? When we're really following that full out, no matter what other people think, even if whatever we're following seems crazy or not important to others, we really trust that. It really leads to us creating the most amazing thing ever for us, something that we love to do, are happy to do, happy to build, that helps everyone. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was those two things, which is understanding, when we talk about what's in our way, it's that parts of us are wanting different things. We have different parts of us, and that in order to really live our potential, we need to get them all going in one direction. And a part of that is learning to really trust ourselves enough, to listen to ourselves enough, and do what feels absolutely important for us, including if we need to pull out of something or let someone go who's not really good for us, or let go of a job that's not really good for us, or a client that's not really good for us, to really trust and listen to our inner voice to guide us on that journey. So that's it for today of how to get out of your own way. Have a great day.